Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Which apparently, by the way, on broadcast, you can no longer say welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, because you have to include non-binaries and everything else. So, yeah, that's actually a taboo line to say. There you go. It's a useful tip for you. Right, so we're back in it. So, it's weird because I used to say it all the time for years and years and years, but you can't say it anymore. So they're stocking up. You can see the roads been built here. The reason I had to do 2 lanes is because you can do 1 lane and then the other, which is what I'm going to do now. That bit there. You can actually have 3 lanes, as you can see. There's a third lane there. Not that they use it; they'll always only ever queue up. Anyway, they're going to start doing the road and this power line down to here. So what we're going to do is go over here and try and plan out the city or town, or well, it'll probably end up being a city. It's gonna be at least 2,000 people, I would say. And for 2,000 people, so what do we need? What do we need? Well, I tend to build it. I mean, you could build a city, you can build a town city, however you like. But at the end of the day, they all need the same sort of things. They all need a shopping centre. They all need a pub, a cinema, some form of probably a sports hall, maybe. They all need these sort of things. There's like a checklist of things they need in life. Obviously, if you're looking at the infrastructure as well, they all need hospital. You definitely need a fire station. It obviously depends on if you've got fires, etc. turned on. Kindergarten, school, very, very important to educate your people. Orphanage can probably wait a little bit. You don't need to rush on that one. I would go, so research is all locked. You need to research it at the universities, and to do that you need obviously intelligent people, so professors, etc. The 3 main things is obviously medical, technical, and the Communist Party, which is various things like phone tapping and I don't know, fire safety is also in there, which is a bit bizarre. Obviously, you need police station. So this kind of comes when you get towards more 2,000 people-ish. You start to need, I think, criminals. I think it's 1,500, somewhere around 1,800. People Joe would know better than me. But yes, once you get to a certain size, that's when you'll need your police station, your courthouse, and your prison. Yes, everything. It's not just a case of I've got a police station, everything's fine. The criminals will get caught, then they need to go to court, and then if they're sentenced, they need to go to prison. This all plays out. It is fully simulated. And then, yes, there's the secret police, which is, we are Soviet Republic after all. City hall accounting you don't really need yet. That just makes it a little bit more, obviously gives you the numbers better. And technical services you definitely will need. So, the main thing is everything needs to be within foot distance. So what you want to do, or I'm planning on putting industry here. So immediately we want to be looking at a distance from that. So probably 600. I think it's meant to be 800 technically, but I think 600 is probably okay. Yeah. What am I doing? I want to get rid of that anyway. So yes. So that's going to be my plan. So I'm going to put probably the central part here and then have residential around it. I think that's my aim. We'll see how actually well that builds out. I'll leave it running. In fact, I'll just put it on half speed. I'll leave it running. Right, so first thing I always build is a shopping centre. I'm going to go for the big one. I have got a bunch of mods, as you can see. You can get all sorts. I live in Germany, so Kaufland, IKEA, massive IKEA stores, etc. But let's just go with the default that's in the game. All of these are just workshop items in Steam, so you can get them yourself. It's nothing secret or anything like that. There's no you don't need to use Nexus mods or anything like that. Right, so we'll use this as our central base. First thing I want for that is meat storage. So if you hover over what you're building, it tells you what goes in there. As you can see, the warehouse has food, electronics, clothes, and cold storage for meat. But as you can see, it's only 3 tons for meat. So that's going to run out. And this is probably one of the most important buildings, because if for example, food runs out, yeah, obviously electronics, clothes probably not going to run out, but it's usually food or meat that's going to run out first. If one of those goes, your people will get unhappy. You'll spot it because it'd be up here, the unhappiness. You can see what keeps them happy. So quality of clothing, sports enjoyment, culture, radios, government loyalty. That's one that obviously comes in later on. Alcohol, religion. Churches are coming in the next patch again, as far as I know. So we'll see what happens with that, and television. So obviously later on you can build radio centers. The higher the education is, the more electronic needs, if I remember rightly, and that's when televisions come in as well. So it's quite detailed. And then of course the health is based on obviously. It's all well and good to keep them happy with alcohol, but they can also get alcohol addiction. And also, have they had food? You can see it's satiated. So have they had the correct food? So their health will get affected, their happiness will get affected if this place is not properly stocked. And then, of course, you can see pollution, etc. And then average lifespan will increase, etc. So what we will do is get a cold meat storage. There we go. You don't need like the massive one. 75 tons is plenty big enough. Now you can see on here, it's actually got a warehouse connection. So that's what this is. Now you can flip this by pressing T, boop, and we could have that there. So now you can see the road will point to the same direction, etc. If you really wanted to, you could probably put I think in here a connection like that, which maybe I will try. No, that's because that's just a factory crossing. That's not an actual junction, is it? As far as I know. Connection crossing, extender, these sorts of things. My thinking was if I built another warehouse there, but I don't think it will. I never normally do, and I never normally need it. So I will just stick to how I have it normally. So that is I'll probably put that as short as possible. Just remember, right? If you have a long road, the distance of materials will increase. So the shorter you can do it, the better. However, that said, don't go shortening everything to like crazy limits, because your layouts, you need to leave space for power lines, for water treatment areas, all this sort of thing. You need sewage disposal to be picked up there. Garbage is now a thing in the game as well. So there's a lot of things involved in there. Now I normally stick the pub actually in and around the same area, so I tend to use the same road system. So I will do that and probably stick you up close, as close as I can get you. I don't want to go too close because the road won't work properly. There. And that way I will be able to have a road somewhere, probably, I'm not sure if I did that. If I did that, could I in theory have that join and that join? Yes, I could. This road doesn't matter. This will be storage. Obviously your trucks will come up there to store, and then I'll have a road going whatever. I'm not going to build it yet because I'm just wanting to check it was working, because I want to build out the rest of it yet. Next up, let's build the cinema. Now, I'm thinking I want to surround this with housing, so I want to try and almost keep this as compact as I can make it. This does not require the road connection. It doesn't have to be connected to the road. It can just have those pathways. So technically you can have it that way, wedged in there, and that would be happy. If you wanted to do it that way, you could do it that way. So yeah, so you could just do it like that, which actually I might do. But I actually also might have it like that, because I might connect the road. Now, I am trying to pack these in quite tight, because I really want to have like almost a city centre type feel. That's what I'm going for. Right, we don't need gallery of art. We can't build television. As you can see, it requires research. The same with the radio station, requires research. I'm not going to bother with a football pitch just yet. We've got all sorts in here now. I will build a sports hall. That's what I'll build. I took the sports hall in. I may even try and use that part there. I can't bend it round, but I might use it to enclose the road section there. So that would be like a road. Ooh. Or do I bring the bus station into the same area? No, because the bus station will be really busy. I don't want the bus station. Okay. Let's consider where the bus station is going. This is probably the most important building, based on the fact that the whole reason we're building this is to get our worker power, our manpower. The whole reason we want it is to get this amount of workers. Now, this does need obviously road connecting. Now, if I was to do that, is that going to impact the junction? Yes, it absolutely is. I would probably rather have this completely on its own. So if I was to stick that on the end, whereabouts are we? So whereabouts are we in terms of the road? The road's over there. Let's get my bearings. So I'm actually building it that way. I was planning on going that way. I could put it here. I mean, that road's not going to be crazy busy. We're talking however many trucks. You normally only have 2 or 3 trucks that will be going in there, so that's not going to be crazy busy. I will have a lot of buses. If I maybe flip it that way, they come in that way and go out that way. If I leave a gap, then I can have a path between. If I do that, I can then build a footpath between it, which would be along there. That will connect, and that will connect. Yeah, that's fine. That will do it once I grow the path longer. And then I'd have a footpath along here. No, stop trying to connect. That's too close. You could just have a road here. It's fine. I like the footpath alongside the road. I probably will have a road. If I build a road along there, that will kind of be my road. So I don't know whether that's too tight to be able to do a nicer junk. Oh dear. Okay, let's have a look at this. I want it to be that way because the traffic's going to be coming in this way, right? You want it to be as smooth as you can make it for the traffic. So, for example, we'll have the road coming down here. This will be the main road. Let's have nice big junctions. Make it as smooth as possible. Like in a perfect world, I would have them nicely curved out. I think in theory you probably could, but I'm okay like that. It's okay like that. And then we want obviously a road going along here, which will come up to there. I will certainly. I don't know if I can cut that junction down much. Yeah, I've done that probably too tight. Let's see, because the problem is obviously that road is there. Yeah, it's not ideal. Maybe I needed that across just a touch. I think that'd be okay. It's mainly going to be that the road's mainly coming in that way. The most traffic will be coming up here. The buses straight in there, sweeping in there, and then I want it sweeping back around if I can. I've done that too tight. I think that's what I've done. Right, let's back up. Let's just move this down a touch. That way I can get a nice turn there and a nicer turn there. And that can sweep around there. In theory, can you in theory do it like that? No, you can't. Okay. It doesn't matter. The main road's going to be going out that way, so you want the vehicles to be heading that way. So if we have the road continuing on there, this road will. Now that's as tight a turn as you can make it, and then let's let's bring that down. So that there, and then that can be like so. And that way, that can be into there. And this one really doesn't matter. This one actually is not happy because I've done that one too tight. If I were to do you like so, fine, that'll be fine. Alright, so then this path here would connect to there, whichever way. That's quite annoying because I tried to make it so it wasn't that thing. That would come across to here and connect to there, and that will connect to there. And that keeps the paths in place as well. And then you can surround it. Right, so let's carry on with our building. What did we get to? The sports hall. I think we just placed. The cinema was there. Was platform, so we want the sports hall. Now, you could just build... I prefer the sports hall. You could do indoor pool. Sports hall's 2.5 star. Actually has more visitors as well. For less workers, for more visitors, which is why I like it. As you can see, the big sports hall does even more, but it's more people. The main thing to watch, especially when you start getting to budget constraints on this, is obviously how much steel is in there, because steel's expensive. And if you're always unsure on pricing, check on the border, and you can see it's got all the prices listed here. So as you can see, steel's 288 per ton, bricks 21. So it's quite a difference. As you can see, steel is the big part. Boards and prefabs, like all of that is like, 20 to 30. Steel 288, big difference. So when you suddenly have projects, especially pipes and big what's the word I'm after, these things, the conveyor belts. When you have big conveyor belts later on, it can get quite expensive because suddenly you'll be like, but I just want to run this conveyor belt along here and here and here, and suddenly you've used up 200 tons of steel, and it's like, well, that's 200 times 288. So suddenly your costs of just a conveyor belt is really quite high. So you got to make sure you keep everything in line. Right then. Would I prefer to build a sports hall here, or would I prefer to build a school here? I don't think the school would fit there. Yes, it would. But I want to build the bigger one. Because, okay, so school sizes, that's 156, 360, and 540. Now, there's two ways of thinking. I could technically put school, either end, because I'm surrounding it with people, and you want them to go as short a distance as possible. Same with the kindergartens. I kind of prefer the bigger school. I don't want the huge one. I don't need the huge one. Although, in theory, it's probably good, but I don't think I need it. Certainly not for the small, the first city. Now, I think what I would probably prefer to do is have that sort of along here. And the same probably with the hospital. Or sort of maybe here. How close are we to the road? Probably prefer it up the top part, to be honest. So let's kind of keep this whole city centre vibe going on. So let's try and squeeze the sports hall in here then. As you can see, so it's trying to do all the connections. You can press control and it'll stop doing them. So you can only connect which parts you want. A lot of this is just yeah, there you go. Now, I kind of like having paths around things, which is why I'm trying to squeeze a little bit of space here, because I want to get a path going around at the top here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. If you want to turn it around, you can turn off snapping. I think it is near snap off down here, so you can turn that off. So try and limit it as much as you can. I don't know if that's going to be enough to squeeze a path around. I'm not going to lie. Let's have a gander. A footpath. You don't. I mean, they could go along the road, but I wanted to build a path. Yeah, it's tight, isn't it? Maybe if I built it there, and then I wanted to connect to that, and then that can carry on there, and they can connect. That's good. That's good. That works. Yep, perfect. And that way we can also have the path across here, which will connect to there, and then probably, if I engineer it. You know what? I want to make it nice and neat. So I'm actually going to connect that up like that. No, come on. There we go. And then we can go across like that. And then like that. There we go. And then these bits can connect to the road. Like, so the main thing with the paths is you just need to make sure connectivity. So every time you'll say, I don't know, click on the shopping center, you've got this little walking icon, and you can see it will show you the distances to everything. And I believe it's 300 meters. I can't remember. I think it's 300 meters is the most that they will walk. So you want to try and keep it down to sort of that as much as you can. Right, let's try and do a curve here. I'm going to try and curve out this road, maybe. All right, what else do we want in here? So we've got sports hall. So we're done on this side. So we do need a hospital. Very important. I'm actually going to get probably the bigger one. Small clinic. That does 90 patients. We've got other ones as well, which you can get various DLC ones. I'm just going to use the default big hospital, which needs a road connection because it will have ambulances that need to go out. The ambulances will drive to the buildings. Now, do I have this inside here? I think I do. I'll have it inside. Like, I'm almost making like an inner ring road here is what I was working on. I want a path between, which is why I'm giving it a gap. And then we'll build the path sort of through there. It can connect up to there. The curves don't matter so much on the path road. These obviously people will just walk. As far as I know, anyway. Can I build like one there and connect it up nicely with a curve? Yeah, there we go. And then we can connect. No, over here. There we go. Yeah, and then that's the same. And then the school's connected right next to the shopping centre. Yeah, because your kids will just go to the shopping centre at lunchtime. Used to do that as a kid. Right, yeah, so we'll just connect that there, and then that's there, that's good. So the hospital's right next door. So next we want to figure out probably what we're squeezing in there. School might be able to fit here. Oh, the road's going to have to curve a bit to do that. I could squeeze it in along here, couldn't I? If I were to nudge the road along... so how are we doing the path system there? Because I kind of want the path to... yeah, I wanted the path. Maybe I do it here. Then I want a path in between... I can always pull the road up a bit further and have the path along there. Yeah, I'll do that. We'll do that. So, let's have the school here. I want a path through the middle of here. So, you connect there. You connect wherever. You connect there. These bits are not... It's not... You don't need to have as multiple things. I just like having lots of paths. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this road back around to there because I prefer to build paths around everything. So I want a path going along the front here, nice to the roads, and then it will go along there. So let's put the kindergarten also in here. I'll probably go for the middle one. I don't need the enormous one. Kindergarten's one of the things I end up building like a couple of usually. Let's have this here. That fits in there nicely. Let's get rid of that bit. And then we can pull the path down here. That can go around. That can join up nicely there. I don't know whether I could squeeze something in here. Maybe we'll squeeze something in there as well. But now we've got a lovely path system going around it all. That's just not happy because the join's too tight, but we'll figure that out in a second. Right, what have we got that could maybe squeeze in here? Let's have a look. Probably nothing really. University is little, no, the little one, little communist headquarters. Oh, I think it could. I think if I tweak those paths, I think that could definitely go in there. What else have we got that maybe should go in there? We don't need any tourism parts. The main thing we need is going to be the monument, which is why it's taking a while to load it. My cat's making some weird noises. Schweiny! So this is this will need to go in somewhere. This would be a nice thing. You know, we could actually get fancy and put a water fountain in there. It might be nice, mightn't it? Do you think? Do you think? Let's do that. Let's do that. And then we can do the paths around it. Let's have a bit of fanciness, eh? So then we have a path that comes up here, connects there, and then we could probably squeeze a path down the middle. Sometimes it doesn't like it if you do them too tight. And like these connections, like that connection doesn't want to work. That wants to connect to that and not that, which is not going to work, I don't think. I don't think that connects properly. But it's got a connection here either way, so it doesn't really matter. And the same with them. I've obviously built them close on purpose. There we go. So we've got a bit of a town centre there. So what have we got left to build? We have the utilities, really, is the main thing now. We've got a kindergarten. We've got a school. Now, I would normally suspend all these buildings, which actually I think I will do. There is a key to do it across all of them, I want to say. There is, and I can't remember where it is. I thought it was under construction. There is definitely a suspend all. I don't want to demolish. That would be foolish. I don't want to start construction as planned. I want to suspend. Answers on a postcard. There is definitely a suspend all button. I can't remember what the heck it is. Oh, no, that's remove tree, remove cancel, remove decoration, pass. I don't want to do any of that. Pass. Doesn't matter. It's not important. So what have we missed? We have to get a fire station, which I will put probably towards the road line. I think is what I'll aim for with that. So fire station, I will go with probably the bigger one. Should I go for the big one? No, let's go for the medium one. So I'll have that. I'm gonna have a row of housing. So I'll actually put this on the main road. See that? I'm debating, obviously, probably what to have. I will probably have 2 roads in, but this is going to be a very busy road. This is where the buses will all be coming in and out of. So I kind of don't... I want to put as little clutter on that as possible, which is why maybe if I were to build the road... continue the road around there... Let's... What else have we got to build? This is what I just want to... see if I want to enclose anything. Police court and everything can go on the outside. I do need the university. That's not majorly important if it's on the inside, but it could. It could go in here, couldn't it? If I was to put that here, we can actually have quite a big... we will need a technical. Technical is huge. Ooh, that could fit nicely there and have the road system around it. But no, because if I do that, I'm limiting the paths going around it. And that way, what I mean by that is the path, they would have to come from here and go all the way around there if the university's there. So that's why I don't want to do that. I want to have it as a relatively clean and then have the stuff connected to it. So what we'll do is we will build the road along here. I'm sure we can put something decorative in there. Why are you being like that? No. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. We're not building a road like that. Why? Yeah, thank you. Like that. And then we can conclude the path there. Maybe I could have built something there. I don't know, but I'll keep it like that for now. I quite like the look of that. So these are gravel roads I'm building, by the way. In case you're wondering, there will be gravel roads. Is that too tight for that? No, that's fine. That's obviously my hospital exit, so that's pretty important. And there we go. So then we'll wrap up our little city centre. I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with that. There we go. So there's kind of our little city centre. We got all the bits and pieces in there. So what do we need? We need. I will probably put another road down here. As I mentioned, this is going to be the main key bus route. You can see the buses coming in, they're going in there, coming out there. So this is going to be a busy road. So I don't want to overload that one. So I prefer to have a road come up here. In fact, what I will do is let me remove that corner that I just did. We will have you join there. And have you come down here. This gives us two. That's a bit too much. 2 points of exit on the city. That will work. Actually, I should probably tell it to build this. Yeah, let's build that. So they're carrying on building that. They've actually built the road already. They're all just sort of sat around going, "What are we doing? What are we doing, boss? What are we doing?" So they should go out and carry on building that. Righty then. Let's get back up here. Back to our town setup. So you can connect to there and have a small connection off there and one up there. That's fine. You technically could get rid of this bit, but I'm kind of almost of like, do I carry on a road going around there? You know, city block full American style. So what I want to do is actually put my fire out on this side. So I'm going to put my fire station out on this side. I want it nearer the town, actually, now that I come to think of it, because people do need to get here. Well, actually, no, that's okay there. That's okay there. So let's flip it. So I've got the pathways going that direction, because you'll need people. You need people going into this. This is all about the resources. I really would like you to be straight, but it's not letting me be straight. Anyway, so that's that. We need then to have a technical services, which probably I will put over here. So these are kind of like the outside. Technical services doesn't need anyone. I'm trying not to build this side of the road. Is what I'm trying to do. Just in case, for example, I want to, I don't know, do whatever with the road, something else. But I'm trying not to build this side of the road. So technical services. I'm ignoring police, court, and prison. I maybe leave a space for them somewhere, but they can go anywhere, really, on the outside once we get going. What I didn't do is suspend all these. That's an important one. That's an important one. Well, you know what? We'll have them build one at a time. So we'll decide which we build. I'm just suspending the build action on them at the moment, so they don't come in and build everything at once. They will need to build all the roads out anyway. Fire station will probably be the first thing I'll build, although it won't have people in it, so there's not much point. Right. So, we're good. We've got a pub, we've got everything. We've got everything in there for that. Infrastructure-wise, we've got everything in there for that. Tourism, we don't need anything at the moment. Ignore it, we're not even doing tourism. We just need our place up and running. I didn't stick a monument in, did I? So we definitely need a monument. Well, that's handy, isn't it? We've got a lot of space here to stick a lovely monument. Let's put it probably there, because I'm thinking if I have my electrical services sort of parts on this side, I can probably have the other bits, because we've got the important part, the plumbing, the electrics, the everything that goes with it. I will get to that in a second. Now, you can... obviously, there's a lot of DLC you can go with residentials. All of these things. However, as you can see, they all need research. You've got to research prefab panels, and then there's higher quality prefab panels, etc. So you can see what you're aiming on these things. If you look at the details, the main one I'm looking towards, obviously you have power consumption in there, heat and water, which if you want to plan it out, you kind of want to know how much water, etc. is going to be used, because it's 10 cubic meters per water tank per flat that you build. As you can see, it's 146 workers that are going to live there, people that will live there. That will be children, old workers, professors, whatever, elderly. Quality of flats is the main thing I always look at. That's the thing I always go by, because your quality of life, your happiness is guided by, if you build shit flats of 77%, that's not going to go above, as far as I'm aware, 77%. So I always build the higher ones. Now, the most important thing, and I cannot stress this enough, because if you build this now, that is 55,000 in citizens. It will automatically immigrate if you don't tick this box. That's a lot of money when you think of all the boxes you build. This thing here, get citizens, untick. Get rid of that. You want to control the immigrants that you bring in to this town. Do not let it automatically do that. Right. With that said, what did I say earlier? It doesn't need a road. You can get rid of that road. You can put these in however you like. I actually like whether you have them in like little blocks like that, maybe. I'm thinking possibly like 1-1 with a path down the middle. That's what I'm thinking. Where's the path? The path's kind of there. Yeah, I didn't have a good path system in the middle there, did I? Let's just have a quick look, see if we can do anything better with that. This here, I don't know really what I can't really pull a path off this. I'm going to lie, this is going to be actually quite hard to do. There is a spot there. I can't really work my magic off this because I've put this junction in. It's only going to be this horrendous bit there. But at least it does pull us to here. So we know we've got a node, a path node there that we can pull out. And that way they can all come straight across. I could have done with a better one in the middle there. Because this is a very busy road. Bus system. Now, don't get me wrong. You could build underground passages. I could have had an underground passage through there, which goes there and comes up here. Probably would be nice. Or you could build a little bridge over the top. You know, that's what you'd have in a normal city, right? You'd have a little pedestrian bridge going across the road. We don't need that. It's fine. They can cross the road here. Our traffic's not going to be insane at this road juncture. I am going to tell it to build roads and build paths that I already have there. That way our boys that are over here that are currently working on the road system are suddenly going to have a heart attack and go, oh my god, we're going to pull in lots of people. And that will get things going. So this episode's going to run a little bit longer because I thought it would, because I'm trying to build the town out. That's fine. That's fine. We'll quickly try and squeeze as much in as I can. So now you do need waste for these buildings. I want to put enough of a path in between. They can all connect up. I think I should be able to get 4 in nicely with a path, probably both sides maybe. We'll see. Let's see how the paths work out. I mean, you can make this as nice, as pretty as you like. This is probably not the prettiest. I should have done a path along the end there first. It's also not straight, is it? I just know. I was aiming on that, and that's not straight at all. Good grief. Right. How's about, Lee? You build a path. That way. That way, I have a guide to go off. Right, let's knock you back. Let's build you around there. Another path there. probably need to do the same here. Yeah. It's just, you don't have to have this. I just like it like that. I just prefer paths on that connect nicely. And I find it a lot easier. Now, in terms of infrastructure, garbage trucks, etc. can actually go around these. The reason I built this path here, by the way, this most vital path, is because this is my residence getting to the bus stop. That for me is the most important thing, because I need these workers to go to my factories. That's what I'm aiming at. If I give it a bit of space, I'm not going to cram them in like crazy. Alright, so if I was to build you there, we can have a path down the middle. That can connect. No, it can't. It's too tight. It's too tight. Too tight. Path that connect. That's fine. Build another one. Make sure get citizens is not tagged. There we go. Build another one. Another path down there. You can actually, I don't know. You can blueprint this. I think you can blueprint yourself if you really wanted to. Should probably make things a lot quicker, but I'm not going to bother. It's the same way of like, I should probably engineer a path across the top here first as well. Yeah, because that happens. It doesn't like the shorter connections. And we want another one. Another one. I think I can get 4 in here without being too cramped. That's too close. What am I doing? It's not a pathway, you can't delete it. Dum da dum dum dum. Right. We're getting there on the last one. It should fit nicely in here with a bit of luck. Okay, that needs to go back. Keep the path going along here. Now, you may be thinking, God, that's really fiddly, but there's a reason I'm doing it all, and it's so... Oh, God. We can't quite squeeze you in. I've done him a little... Oh, I think it was there. I've got that curve too much on the India. I wonder if we can do him the other way around. Ba, 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 ba. You see all the dots on the bottom? That's what it's trying to line up. Now, sometimes it's not a case of the building. Sometimes it just needs leveling a bit, which is why I'm clicking. Come on, that path. That path. It's all about that little path. All right. Let's just remove that path for now. And I will maybe try and squeeze another one in around the side of it in a second. It's just not letting me go straight, is it? Ah, there we go. It's lined up straight now. If I come down here a bit so I can get that curve in. There we go. Right. Let's try and rearrange the paths. I think this is too tight. The path around the back here, that's the problem. But I'd rather have that path than that connection there. There we go. That way I can go over the road and connect over to the road a bit easier. Okay. All right. We're looking good. We're looking good. Again, I want to pause all these. Oh, no, not destruct. Pause them. I just don't want them built at the moment. I'll pick and choose. I'd rather pick and choose what I want building first. That being the main thing. That being the main thing. I'd rather pick and choose what I build. Actually, I won't do those yet because I'm going to do all the services and everything around it. And what I'm going to do is basically almost that. Same along here, same along here, same along here. It's going to be a lot of people, and they're all within a nice walking distance of your town. It's relatively neatly laid out, I'm going to say. I feel like I've planned that pretty well. But what we haven't got to is heating plants and the pipes and the electrics. And I think what I'll do is do that in the next episode because time is ticking. We're already at 45 minutes. So, yeah, cheers for watching. The guys are still building the road out over here. You can see they're still... I've only got it on normal speed. I would normally play on faster speed, but I wasn't sure since I'm planning it out. As you can see, this has all been built out. So they've got the parts of the road, etc. upgraded here. I will slowly but surely... if you're wondering how I'm doing the upgrade, by the way, you just hold the shift key and then drag across. Which actually, now that I think about it, is probably what I would have done with pausing building, if I remember rightly. I would have probably been... I can't remember how you do it. There's definitely a way you drag across what you want to pause and what you want to upgrade. I can't remember where the key is. It's in here somewhere. Anyway, I digress. Leave comments, and cheers for watching, guys. For those that are interested in the game, it's a really, really good game. I don't know how to put it across. This like ticks all my boxes for city building, for transportation, for resource management, for factory production line management. Everything is in this game, and I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I just wish I wish it was more popular than it is right now. It certainly deserves more attention. Probably the name doesn't help, right? Soviet Republic, not in not in good stead right now. Is the whole Russia thing, but this was made well before. Or it's still in early access, but it was developed well before the Ukraine war all kicked off. But I digress. Anyway, cheers for watching. I'll see you next time.